We haven't talked too much about American Standard, which is a fantastic record, and quite amazing to hear you take those old tunes and make them sound like James Taylor songs. You've in some cases sort of even bent the melodies a little bit to accommodate your style. Were there any that surprised you when you went to work on them? These are tunes you heard as a kid,
Yeah.
tunes you probably saw in Broadway shows with your parents and stuff.
That was, there were a couple that we played in my band in 1966 in New York too.
Really?
Yeah. So these are all songs that I knew really well. The only one that I knew it completely, but it was John Pizzarelli, who is my. There are three producers. We're going to bring John out in a little bit, and he and I are going to try to debut a few of these old chestnuts for you. But John, he did make some suggestions, and that was one of his suggestions was you have to be carefully taught from South Pacific, which is a beautiful tune, and really surprising for its day. But no, there really were very few surprises because these are songs that I had listened to at my from my parents' record collection. They're sort of the I think what qualifies a standard is that that it was sort of music that your parents listened to. That's
Which for many people would be James Taylor music at this point.
that may be true.
You've written a few standards.
But standards also refer to the Great American Songbook, and in my opinion, these songs, which I learned as a kid, and which as I was learning the guitar, I played, I arranged for the guitar, and would like just experiment with. So in a way, they taught me my music as well. So it's sort of it kind of is a snake eating its tail. A little bit because it informed my music as well as my musical sort of process informing what what American Standards versions of these are. So I knew them all as guitar tunes, and I wanted to. I asked John Pizzarelli if he would sort of work with me and collaborate and help bring these arrangements that I had into shape, and if he would sort of support me musically, and we would cut them as demos. But it turned out that the demos were the actual finished product. They were the tracks, and it really was a wonderful thing to work with John. And you know, it's the thing that makes this different is that it's a guitar album.
Yeah, it sure is.
And there aren't any keyboards on it. There are no strings on it. We sort of took the tracks around to my community of players, my band that I travel with and work and record with, and we had Larry Goldings and Walt Fowler and Lou Marini, Steve Gadd and Luis Conte all added solos here or some percussion there. We took it down to Nashville and got Jerry Douglas, the brilliant dobro player, and Stuart Duncan, the master fiddle player, to contribute too. So it has it's not a cookie cutter standards album, and ain't nothing wrong with that. That's fine to get a good rhythm section and a good arranger, put the song in your key, and then overdub your voice on it. That's
It's tried and true.
Tried and true, and it's beautiful. It makes some beautiful records. But this basically are these songs that I've known from my life, and that have been put through the James Taylor Matic, kind of through the yeah.